And in this video, we're going to talk about domestic terrorism and its ties to immigration and Trump's deportation efforts. So why is this important? As human beings, as we all know, typically it takes tragedy, right? It takes something going wrong typically for humans to realize how much of a threat they're surrounded by. For people generally to take things seriously, they typically don't wake up until it's too late. I'm praying in America we do not wake up too late to understand the significance of what open border policies can mean for our safety and security as a country. You would think with something like 9/11 being within the lifespan of pretty much everyone over the age of 18 or so, let's say, what's that, 24 by 1. So let's say over 30, this would be um, much more prevalent, but unfortunately it's not. And again, just to pose the question, do you think you could go to Russia, Japan, Saudi Arabia, promise to destroy that country, and then remain there? Is our homeland secure, and why do we have people like this here unchecked? All right. So again, many of the bad actors, not to harp on this, but many of the bad actors around the world, people who want us dead, who want Americans to die, can infiltrate with relative ease once there are not proper immigration checks in place, a proper screening protocol in place. And Libs of TikTok. Let's just get straight into it. Libs of TikTok put this out. Breaking. Cornell student, you may have heard of this, Mamoudou Tal, citizen of the UK and Gambia, who posted about his hatred of America and his hopes for his destruction, has been ordered to surrender to ICE. And leftists are supporting this gentleman. I don't understand what he needs to be doing in our schools promoting this nonsense. Similarly, Stephen Miller on X, and I'll clip to all of this. The Biden border policy was pure evil. He reposted or retruthed, if you will, something from Bill Malugin. DHS confirms that the suspect charged with murdering, check this, the suspect charged with murdering and dumping the body of a Georgia mother in the woods last week was a Honduran illegal alien who was caught and released at the borders by the Biden admin in 2021, in March of 2021. He had a deportation order since July of 2023. Police in Cobb County, Georgia say David Hector Rivas Sagustami killed Camilla Williams, a mother of 5 and a grandmother, then dumped her body in the woods of the neighborhood. He's charged with capital murder. It appears to have been a random attack. Williams' family told local station WSB-TV that she told them a man had been following her in the days before her murder. Department of Homeland Security statement to Fox. David Hector Rivas Sagustami, a 21-year-old Honduran national, entered the U.S. illegally in 2021, was arrested by U.S. Border Patrol. He was issued a notice to appear and paroled into the country by previous administration. A judge ordered him removed on July 2023, and on March 18, 2025, he was arrested by Cobb County Police Department for capital murder, among other crimes. ICE has lodged an immigration detainer within the Cobb County Jail. President Trump and Secretary Noem will not allow criminal illegal aliens, including accused murderers, to be loose on America's street. Praise God. Sorry it took this long for this type of mentality to become more prominent within the people who are poised and obligated to protect us, i.e. the government. I don't know why the angel mom narrative is not as prominent as some of these hyper leftist, hyper radical, save the children at the border narratives, and it's really starting to bother me, honestly. All right, next from the Gateway Pundit. This is just scroll down. Trump to strip legal status from 532,000 migrants flown in on Biden parole program. President Trump plans to revoke the legal status of 532,000 migrants, half a million, who entered the U.S. under Biden's CHNV parole program, which aimed to provide legal migration pathways to individuals from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. All right, many of these countries are known to have what are now terrorists, right? Cartels, etc. Designated, thank God again, by Trump and his administrator as domestic terrorists. Migrants are urged to self-deport within 30 days and face arrest and removal, or face arrest and removal. The policy change, effective late April, ends work permits and deportation protections, raising questions about the future legal status of affected individuals. All right, next, also from the Gateway Pundit, just in, Trump fires the entire civil rights branch of the Department of Homeland Security. Woke office is responsible for oversight over immigration crackdown. So why our Department of Homeland Security needs a civil rights division is beyond me. I'd love for someone to comment in the chat below or whatever platform you're watching this on. Explain to me why, before we even get into the story, right? Why does our Department of Homeland Security need to worry about civil rights? This is insane. All right. President Trump has terminated most staff in the civil rights branch of the Department of Homeland Security, citing their obstruction of immigration enforcement. This is what this stuff leads to. Over 100 employees have 60 days to find new roles or face unemployment. Executive branch. But you guys tell me what you think. What prompts some of this stuff? Also, I'm curious to know, as a separate issue, what's happening with reporters who challenge and authentically report some of the happenings that don't fit the current narrative, unfortunately being the targets of, I mean, that'll probably be in a future post, but guys, this is getting crazy. Again, remember, the average person, and thus the average society, the average nation, the average family, the average group, doesn't understand the threats to their safety and their well-being until it's too late to check that. All right? Comment in the comment section below. For more, check out conservativerap.com. Thanks for listening.